Hi everybody, this is Pablo and we're going to go over Kami. So this is just a short tutorial. I'm not an expert on Kami, but I'll show you what I know about Kami. I know a lot of teachers are already using Kami. That's great. We still have some teachers that are not, which we should try to get everybody on board with Kami. These are some of the extensions that the kids should be using. I'll show you how to upload it in a little bit, or to add the extension. Now Kami allows you to edit PDF files as a student. So like, let's say this is a PDF file that I would print out during the year and we would work on it. It was printed out on paper, right? Well, since we're online, the kids don't have that option. So this allows me to put the PDF file so the kids can actually edit it without having to buy or, subscribe to anything. All they have to do is, create an account on Kami. And it's completely free. It does say that there's a 90-day free trial, but that's for other things, and I'll show you what those things are for. But there is a completely free way to use Kami throughout the whole year. Yeah, and that's what they've told me, so it should work. All right. So let me show you how Kami works real quick. So let's say I already have Kami downloaded. So what I can do is I'm going to upload this file right here. And I'm going to put it into my PDF, into my Drive. And it's very important that we start using Drive to be able to use all these things. So hold on one second. This is the PDF I have. It's on my desktop right now. And like I said, I'm going to put it on my Google Drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google Drive. Let me open a new window or a tab. Let's move my face out of the way. So right here on my Drive. And I'm going to first off put it in a folder that I'll find it. So I'm going to go to here. This is my history class folder. This is where I keep all my stuff for history. And I'm going to want to make sure I have all my Kami stuff together. So I'm going to create a new folder here in my history folder. Sorry. I'm just going to put Kami for now. That way I know that everything I assign from Kami will be there. So let me open that up. I'm going to upload this file. Let me try to find it. Here it is. So I'm going to let it load. Alright, so now that it's uploaded to my folder, I'm going to go to my Google Classroom and assign it as a assignment. So I'm going to go here. And this is when you already have it downloaded. I'm just going to show you the whole product of posting an assignment, how a student signs it, everything. And then I'll show you how to download it. And then I'll try to show you the student version a little bit later. Okay, so I'm going to go to my class demo right here. Classwork. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and create an assignment. And this pops up. The thing is that we don't have the paid version, so don't use that one, okay? Because you're going to run into a lot of problems because you might have the 90-day free demo. Once 90 days passes, then you can't assign it anymore. You would have to pay for it. So instead, we're going to use this regular assignment here. All right. That way we can continue using the free version. We should be looking into buying it. I don't know if the district will. I hope we do. It'd be great. But for now, let's just stick with a free demo. Well, not the free demo, but the free way to upload assignments. That way we don't run into problems in the future. Okay, so I'm here in my Drive. I open my Drive. I go to my Drive right there, and then I go to my history class. I open up my Kami folder. Here's the file. And then I'm going to make sure each student gets a copy. And then I'm going to let's just put Kami test 2. Now, if I had a topic, I would assign it to a topic like assignments. Okay. And assign. All right, so now what I'm going to do next is I'm going to sign into my student account. So let me go ahead and log off of here. And let me log into here. Okay, so now I'm logged in as my student account. So I'm logged in as a student. Let me go find my student demo. There's a bunch of student demos from teachers all over the district. That's what's crazy. And you can use the student demo as well. That way you can be able to look at your assignments as a student. So here this is my student view now, like I'm logged in as a student. I'm going to go to classwork, and then I'm going to look at assignments. Here's Kami Test 2. As you can see, I have the student view. I don't have a teacher view. The assignment's right here. So what I would do as a student, I'll just click here, and then it's going to give me two options. Either I can click here where it says open with Kami, or click here and put here annotate with Kami. All right, so if I click here, it's going to take me to Kami. All right, and I already have everything here. Now my 90 days expired. All right, and let me explain what happens when you have those 90 days. You see that all of these here are locked. When you have the 90 days, all of these become unlocked. Like what's good is that the markups is basically highlighting or highlighting things. That's still available. Comments are good. That's available if if you're a teacher, you want to leave comments for your students on stuff. Text box, that's good because if you have a PDF that you need to edit or write stuff like this one, the students can still use that. So students can still use markups, comments, and text, shapes, and erase. Well, they can't use equations. Sorry, math teachers. They can't do text to speech, and they cannot use the dictionary because the reason mine is not free anymore is because I started using it in the summer. All right, and then there's also this, or you can move to bar to the left or right, which is, everybody's your own preference, But anyway, this is what you lose after the 90 days, which is okay. Like we don't really need to use the whole thing. We just need to use this, okay? And also the option of assigning, like when you have Kami, you can just click on the when you assign. It has the option just to create a Kami assignment. That goes away because you don't have the full version. That's what I've been told. Okay, I don't know if they updated it, but I'll look into that. But they told me just to do it the way I'm showing you right now. So please just follow these steps. Anyway, so here I am as a student. Now I can do some markups. Like here it says list the 3 ways Native Americans obtain their food. So, here are the 3 ways that they obtain their food. I don't really want to, write everything. So what I would do is, I marked up everything. Oh man, hang on. There we go. So what I would do instead of writing everything is I would just like copy and paste because I don't want to write everything. So here I would click text box to type. I'd click here, and then I would just make my text box big enough to make sure everything fits here. You see? So the students would just type, here. So here I answered my first question, hunted, farming. What else would they do? Well, hunting and farming. And another one would be like fishing. Those are 3 ways that they would look for food, right? Let's move on. So then it says, read the text, highlight the 3 European people who claim parts of North America. So here the kids would read, and they would find and it says to highlight, so you'd click markup. You just click the color you want. I'll go with green. That way I like green, North America. So one was the French, and they conquered the Gulf Coast. Okay. And I know that the Spaniards were there too. I would have to look for them here. So Great Britain. You have to be careful with highlighting. Great Britain and okay, or the English. That's one right there. And I know that the Spaniards were somewhere here, but okay, here they are, the Spaniards. So that's my answer there. So that's what the kids would do. Okay, and they would move on and continue answering and all that. So when the kids are done, what they're going to do is they're going to click here where it says turned in. They're not going to turn in. They're just going to put save now. Okay, they're not going to press turn in, and I know we're going to have those kids that try it. If they do try it, let's see. It's going to tell them to start their free trial or whatever. Don't do that. Just put save. Okay, because like I said, we haven't purchased the full thing yet. Hopefully we do, like I said. So anyway, it saves your changes. Then the kids just come over here and they come back and they put turn in. And then let's see. What you do is you go to your account. Let me go to my account actually. Okay, so now I'm going back to my account. I'm going to view it as a teacher. Let me close this, and let's see how my markups look. So now I am back in my teacher account, and I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to scroll down, and here's Kami test 2. There's my assigned, and there's the turned in. So it was just one student. So how I'm going to view it is I'm going to click on here, and it will show me. Let's see if it came out correctly. It should work this way. Let's see, let me scroll up a little bit. Here we go. Here are all the things I put. And as a teacher, I can erase, I can take off things. But you know, this is the 100% free way to do it. Okay, I know it's not the way that we want. Like I know some of us are getting used to the other way, when you just you know, when you assign something like this and you want to make it like just straight away like this. Unfortunately, we don't have the paid version, so we're not going to be able to do it that way. But if you do it the way I'm showing you, you can still assign, you know, things to students on Kami. And the other thing is, you know, with Kami, you have to download the extension, and the students have to download the extension as well. If the students do not download the extension, then they cannot use it. Okay, so let's get to that part now, how to get the extension. All right, so it's very, very easy. And what I'm going to do is, let me close all these things. I don't need all of them open. Okay, so I'm going to remove the extension from me so I can walk through it with you again. Okay. And it's going to ask you why. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the App Store, Web Store. I'm going to go ahead and type Kami, K-A-M-I. All right. And you're going to add it to your Chrome. Add extension. Now, mine comes out here, but unfortunately it goes to this puzzle piece. Now, let me explain something real quick, because I'm that type of person that I have a bunch of extensions because, one, I'm the tech support person, I guess. So I always have a bunch of extensions that I'm looking at, and I have too many, and there becomes a limit where it just puts it in a folder for you, and it tells you to pin which ones you want that are more important. So if this happens, it doesn't mean that it didn't work. It just means that they put it in this puzzle piece for you. So you have to look for it. So I'm going to look for my Kami right here. Here it is. I'm going to press on this pin so I can pin it to the front. Okay. And like I said, try not to have too many extensions. Like I do use a lot of these extensions. Some of them I don't, so I have to get rid of some. So anyway, so Kami's there. All you got to do is, like for you, if you don't have all these extensions, that's fine. It's just going to pop up here. If you have a lot of extensions, then you're going to have to look for it over here. So anyway, your Kami should pop up here. You can click here. And then you're here. It's going to ask you to sign in. You're just going to sign in with your school ID. Okay. And you have a basic license. You can upgrade. It's going to charge you, unfortunately. And for students, they do the same thing. They're going to sign in with their student email. Okay. So that's basically how they do it. They're just going to create the account with their student email. It's super easy, super simple. All right. And this will pop up. Okay. There's other things you can do, like you can split and merge. Like let's say you have like a huge bunch of you know, packets. You can split and merge them and just assign them individually or all together. You know, mine was all together, but I could put it here. And let's say, let me get that one back. Where did I leave it? Let's see, here it is. Kami. Okay, so this one had like 7. I could separate them individually and put them as individual assignments without having to, you know. So split pages, and you put 1. And I have them here individually now, and it'll put it back into my PDF split individually. Okay. So once you're done, you would just put export. it will ask you where to put it. Like you could put it on files or to your Google Drive. It'll send it to your Google Drive. You select the folder, and like I said, it'll split them like one by one. Or let's try another one. Like, and you can also get them from your drive. I mean, from your regular, you know, from your desktop. Like this one's from the desktop. This one's not the same. This one only has 4 and it looks different. So here, let's say I want to split them, but let's say I want the first two and the first two, so I'd put 2 pages. Okay, so here's the first 2 pages, and here are the second 2 pages, and it splits them, and now I can have them individually assigned like that. And it just puts them into your PDF folder. I mean, into your drive, like here. Go to Drive, select Folder, and I would just put them in my Kami folder. That way, I don't have to like go and split them, individually on PDF. So it just splits them automatically for you, and it has it ready as a Kami folder. You don't have to do that every time with your Kami. If you want to put all your folders together, all you have to do is, if you already have Kami, you can just upload your PDF like I did here. Like this one, I just uploaded a PDF, and since I had Kami and I signed it, if I have Kami as a student, I can open it just with Kami. Okay, so anyway, you can assign it here and put it there, and then it splits it for you. Okay, so that's one way. All right, and like Kami, it does take a lot of playing around with. It's not hard to use, but it does take a lot of practice. And like I said, just make it very simple. Like just do like 1 PDF a week. Don't do like a bunch, because you're gonna get very frustrated with it. Okay, so hopefully this helps. I will put a student version of how students would sign into Kami, but that's going to be a tutorial I found online, because I think that's a really good tutorial. I just made this one just for teachers, just so they can see how Kami works in a very simple sense. I know some people know how to do it different ways. Like I said, Kami, you need to use Google Chrome. Okay, the Chrome search engine. I know that some people are using that other one that came with the school. Which one was it? I believe the other program was Microsoft Edge. I know it came with the computer for free. The thing is that there's a lot of problems that I've run into with Microsoft Edge. Like, I know that some kids were trying to use it to log into Google Meets, and some of them were having problems, some of them weren't. So I had to, tell the kids that they need to download Google Chrome to the computer. I did have a teacher ask me how are they going to get the kids to use Kami on Microsoft Edge, because it was telling them to literally install it onto the computer. And remember that a lot of these school computers will not allow us to install programs. So it's better if they just use Google Chrome to use the Chrome extensions. They don't have to download anything. So it's better if we just try to get everybody on Google Chrome, because it does make things a lot easier. I know that Microsoft Edge does allow a lot of the extensions that Google Chrome has, but I do see that Kami is not one of them, because of the few, like it was not just one teacher, it was a few teachers that had told me that they couldn't use Kami on Microsoft Edge. So like I said, make sure we get everybody on Google Classroom on Google Chrome, so they can use all these extensions. And the reason why I think Kami isn't working is because of the Google Drive, because it can link you directly to Google Drive. So that's probably why. Another thing is we need to start getting the kids to use their Google Drive a lot more now. You can use Kami on an iPad without using the app. They can just go to the Kami website, and I'll make a video on that later. But they have to utilize the Google Drive. So we need to make sure that the kids know what Google Drive is and what it's used for. I have shown my kids, and they basically know it as like a memory card, basically, that saves all their work. So we do need to like show them what they can use it for. Okay, and I'll make a video on that later on how they can use Kami on an iPad. That way, if they're ever on the road or away from the computer, but they have their mobile device, they can still do their work. All right. Well, if you have any questions, please let me know. Like the video if you like the video, or leave a comment if you have any questions, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you. See y'all later.